defense military already annually develops and is sufficient. The only difference is Japan's ability to aid allies as they can now engage in collective deterrence by sending resources and capabilities through ASEAN. This has remained unanswered throughout the entire debate, and it's too late for them to respond now. They try to argue that other countries will be provoked by a Japanese revision, but this isn't true. We're saying that Japan is increasing for the sake of collective defense. We offer two voting issues today. First is probability. Our Suzuki evidence explains that Japan is the only country that can lead the Indo-Pacific in collective defense and actually succeed, as they have the strongest economic and cultural ties with southeastern countries and the US. They also say that the status quo, their probability is low because they say what the status quo solves, but then the status quo isn't solving anything. China's aggressions have been worsening, as we see in gray zone flight tests and satellite blockages. Countries try to fight back, like Australia, where they have revoked a deal China had with Victoria, but then only faced heavy taxing on critical agricultural exports. Senator Mitchell evidence which explains that China only continues to probe US power in their conquest for hegemony because they see no great reaction from the region. Our second voting issue is magnitude. Collective defense with ASEAN and other countries in the region will create a huge deterrence effect against Chinese aggression. Without it, Chinese aggression will worsen like it is in the Cons world. A Chinese-controlled Asia is far more dangerous than any short-term impact war would cause. If China controls the region, with no opponent, they will be able to start wars in other hotspots and gain extreme leverage as they can use against other countries. Even then, the U.S. involvement that they argue for will only prove our point, since U.S. involvement is what would stop Chinese aggression, as it would end the green light China would see from a declining U.S. and put an end to Chinese aggression. In the end, you would always vote for the protein, since we're the only team that is changing something. We've already proven with our gray zone example, Australia and India and Taiwan example, that the status quo isn't enough, and Japan needs to initiate collective deterrence.
Time.